Hey folks, I'm Zach. This is Paula on the line. Let's play a paper computer game. Today, once again, we're playing Diner, Paula's very first paper computer game. I'm playing for the prize of a $25 Dunkin' Donuts gift card, so the stakes could not be higher. And I neglected to mention in the last episode that the character I'm playing, his name is Seymour Schloss. That's who I am, and he bears some striking similarities to me in real life, but those are pure coincidence. Right now, as I recall, we were about to do a seance over the phone, I think, because I was in the diner with Elspeth, my girlfriend, who is from the UK, and she was about to call her psychic, Madame Pavlova.
Yeah.
And that is where we left off. I think I was going to ask her to contact the diner's founder, who is now dead. She's a spirit,
Yeah.
Madame So Fugly, who created the diner and may know the diner's secret recipe. That's what I'm trying to find out, by the way, in case you missed that, the secret ingredient from the...
Well, actually, her name isn't Madame Sophocles. It's actually just Sophia Sophocles.
Alright, oops. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up your characters. Sophia So Fugly, the founder of the diner, is being contacted by Madame Pavlova.
Seymour had just come back from the hospital and dropped off his ex-girlfriend, Giggly, and went back to the diner because his current girlfriend, Elspeth, called him on the phone. He was, I guess, waiting for him to show up. He goes back to the diner and he finds her there. She looks a little upset. She's eating a piece of cake. There's a little dog with her, Mrs. B. And I don't know how they got to the point about Madame Pavlova. Oh, okay. Because Seymour said, "Oh, I know what would allow you to trust me again. That would be if we contact Madame Pavlova." Right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what happened. Okay. So, they're not going to have a seance over the phone. They have to physically go to her place of business to have the seance.
Okay.
Okay, so...
And she lives nearby, I take it?
Yeah, she lives in the city, so, I don't know. This is actually set in New Jersey, so I guess they drive over to the bridge there and go into the city. We are going to drive to her business, her residence. She's a psychic. And we're going to bring Elspeth, and we're going to bring Mrs. B. And Mrs. B is her little dog, and her little dog thinks that we're going to go there to contact her dearly departed husband, Albert Buttocks. So we are just taking her by surprise. I guess she called and left a message on Madame Pavlova's voice machine, and they're just going to see if they can do kind of an impromptu seance. And of course, you know, Madame Pavlova always up for a seance, so let's see what's going on. Alright, so we knock on the door, and they're going to wait a little bit. Madame Pavlova is there. She's letting them in. So she says, Elspeth, I see you have the little dog with you. Come on in. So she invites them in.
Say hi, Madame Pavlova.
Hiya. She goes, hi. And you brought the young man with you. What is her name? What is the name of the young man?
I'm Seymour. Seymour Schloss.
Seymour, what a wonderful name.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you beautiful young people today?
Well, Elspeth wanted to ask you some stuff, so I'll let her talk.
Certainly. Oh, Madame Pavlova, you remember my little dog, Mrs. B, and remember that she lost her husband a long time ago. 12 years ago. Do you remember that? He was telling you, and then we had the seance. Do you remember? Ah, yeah. I remember, yeah. We had the seance and we talked to the dog Albert. Yeah. And she wants to talk to her dog again. Oh, how wonderful. Yes, and that's what we would like to do. We would like to talk to Albert again. Is that okay? Yes. Now, this is what we do. We sit around the table, and you bring the young man, and we all hold our hands, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray to talk to the spirit of the dear departed. But we must wait. We must wait. We must wait till the time is right. We all have the image in our mind of this dog, of this man, or whoever you contact. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so they all go sit at the table. So we're going to have Madame Pavlova, Elspeth, and she's going to set Mrs. B down on the chair. And then we have Seymour. And they're gonna, she's gonna shut the light out, close the shade she does, and we're all gonna take hands.
Okay.
And she's gonna, what she does is remind us that we have to keep an image of ahead of who we're gonna try to contact. Okay? So, at that point, what Madame Pavlova is going to do is allow Elspeth to ask some questions, and you can ask them questions too.
Okay. Madame Pavlova?
You're trying to find something else out about the cake, though.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Madame Pavlova. If I have someone else I was hoping to contact after Albert. Could we? Okay, great.
There is no problem. We can contact whomever. We have 1 hour. 1 hour. As Elspeth played for 1 hour, so we have 1 hour to contact all the dead people.
Okay, sounds good.
So we hold the hands. That you think in your mind who we want to contact.
All right.
And you keep that in your head. And then we sit around and we pray that we reach the spirit of these people or the animal. Do you understand? I tell you when we begin.
Okay.
And we all join the hands. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now we're all holding hands, and Mrs. B is just sitting very quiet. She's just staring at the candle. Madame Pavlova she lights one candle in the very center of the table. They all close their eyes. They open them together. They stare at the candle, and they're looking at the flame, and they're all concentrating. They're envisioning who they would like to speak to. So Mrs. B, who misses her husband Albert Savelius, in her mind, she's thinking of Albert, and Elspeth is also thinking of Albert, and who is Seymour trying to think of?
I will also think of Albert.
Okay, we'll also think of Albert. Okay, and now Madame Pavlova says, the time is to begin. What is the question? We have the spirit here. The spirit is here in the room. I feel the presence. It is the little dog. It is the little dog, the husband of the Mrs. B. Oh, Albert. Albert is here. Elspeth, Albert is here. And they all feel something. They feel tingly. They feel like there is something in the room. Some kind of, well, actually everybody does, but Seymour, they all feel something.
Wait, so I don't feel anything?
Well, you're the scientist in the room, you're the skeptic, so...
Okay.
You're not not going to be feeling anything. I mean,
Okay.
you're Seymour, so I mean, what are you feeling right now? I can ask you.
I mean, I don't know. I guess nothing. You just said I was feeling nothing, so.
Well, a psychic. This is what a psychic does. They set up this ambiance, this, the setting, a darkened room, candle in the center. Everyone's holding hands. Everyone's concentrating on their loved one. And then the psychic will suddenly say, spirit is here. And what happens a lot of times is people do feel, or they think that they sense the presence too. Because the psychic is like an actress, a dramatic actress, just presenting the scene. So, even if she's not really contacting the spirit, it feels like she is,
Right.
Okay. They might just be hypnotized by her as, a great actress, but they're all feeling like that presence is there of that person or whomever they want to talk to. So, and at that point, what she does is like a question and answer. Well, he has the spirit in the room, but it can only speak through her. See? Because she's the medium. So she controls what's going on.
Right. Convenient.
Right. What?
Convenient.
Well, yeah, that's why they call it a medium. Only she can interpret. Only she can ask questions of the dead person. And in this case, it's a dearly departed dog. Alright, she's ready for her question and answers. She has the spirit there, Albert. And, what Elspeth and Mrs. B are concerned with is more, speaking with the dead dog. And you feel like maybe the dog is somehow connected with this whole thing? Could be? Connected? No?
I mean, it could be. Well, I guess I'll wait and see what Elspeth asks.
Right, okay. Alright. Well, okay. So, Madame Pavlova has announced that she has the spirit of Albert in the room, and only she can speak with Albert, and then she asked them if they have any questions. So, Albert, I guess, what will happen now is, Elspeth will try to get Albert to speak to Mrs. B, or maybe try to talk, through the medium. So, and I guess the circumstances of Albert's death was rather mysterious because I should probably explain to the audience. On the day that Albert died, I guess he had been alone in the dining room, and he had been eating some tea cakes.
Okay.
So, tea cakes that were supposed to be for her company that would come later. So he had
so this is just
devout.
This is just not what you're explaining right now. This is just knowledge that I know, right? Like Albert is not talking right now.
He's not talking yet. She's gonna ask him some questions. Both of them, Elspeth and Mrs. B, are deeply disturbed by Albert's death.
Okay.
Okay, alright, so,
But I just know this.
That's why I wanted to give you some background on his death.
Yeah, but my character, Seymour, already knows this, right? What you're explaining?
Yeah, but
okay.
Your audience doesn't know it. Your audience, Seymour already knows the backstory because Elspeth is his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now bear in mind the reason why Elspeth and Mrs. B want to visit the psychic is not because of the cake. It's because they both really
Miss Albert
broken, and they also want to solve the mystery of Albert's death.
It's
and
a mystery?
Thought if they go to and it relates to the cake.
How is it a mystery? You said he was eating tea cakes when he was You didn't finish explaining how he died.
On the day that Albert died, he was... Okay, let me just explain. He was happily married to Mrs. B, who's a Yorkshire Terrier, for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he is, I think, like a Scottish Terrier. I do a little image of him. Okay, so, and they're happily married, everything's fine. And one day, Albert, who likes to, you know, he does like to steal food once in a while from the table and whatnot. So anyway, he was left alone in the dining room, and Elspeth had set up some tea cakes. So she's in her bedroom writing in her diary, and he starts to eat the tea cakes. It's probably about 12 of them on the little tea table, and he pops up and he eats them one by one by one by one. Okay, so she goes out. Later on, Albert's no longer there, and she notices the tea cakes are missing. And she had planned a fox hunt later on in the day, right after tea time, with her friends. And she had invited them to come. And of course, Albert and Mrs. B always come out with her during the fox hunt. So
wait, did Elspeth...
What happened was...
did Elspeth intend for him to eat the tea cakes, or did he just steal them?
He stole them.
Okay, and were they chocolate?
No, they were. It's actually a recipe passed on by Elspeth's grandmother for these tea cakes. They're just a traditional British tea cake recipe. Okay, So Albert, being the naughty dog that he is, decides that he's going to take advantage of the fact that Elspeth is in the other room and upstairs. And he's going to eat the tea cakes that she set out for her fox hunting party. So, he decides to eat the tea cakes one by one till he's sick, sick of eating them all. And then he goes and he hides, and she comes down later, right before her fox hunting friends show up. It's precisely around 4 p.m. She comes down and she notices all the tea cakes are gone. And she's upset, obviously, because she's going to serve them to her guests before they get started on their fox hunt. But there's nothing she can do, She just goes back to the pantry and pulls out some cookies and puts them down, and there's still no Albert. So, she calls for Mrs. B, and her friends arrive, and they all go out to her stable. And the friends have brought their own horses, and she saddles up her horse, and they're ready to go out on the fox hunt. And of course, she has Mrs. B and Albert suddenly appears, and they're all ready to go out. So, what happened that day was they start out at a slow pace, and normally what happens is Albert trots behind the horse, and behind the horse, but in front of the other horses, and Elspeth carries Mrs. B, like she always does. So that's what happened. But this particular day, Elspeth is just trotting along, and she's holding Mrs. B, and Albert kind of fell behind. He's going a little bit slow. He's not keeping up the pace. It's just a slow paw. Now, and all of a sudden, he collapses. And the horse is a little bit behind Albert, and they don't really notice what's going on, that Albert is slowed up a little bit. And what happened is the first horse kicks Albert a little. The second horse comes over and tramples over him, and before they know it, they have trampled Albert. And the third horseman stops, and he calls out, and they all stop. Elspeth is in the front. They stop. She turns around, and they all notice that Albert has been trampled, and he's laying on the ground.
So...
And they all get on there. Go ahead.
So wait, how is this mysterious? I mean, it sounds like he ate some tea cakes, got sick, and because of that, he was slow, so he got trampled. So that sounds perfectly normal.
Right. Yeah, I mean, except they never believed that was what really happened.
Okay, why not?
What?
Why not?
Well, it's because Albert was in perfect health. And, he had just been to the vet a couple weeks ago. He was in perfect health. And he just suddenly collapsed. And Elspeth, of course, is suspicious. But, she doesn't quite know what to do about it. So...
But I mean, even if he's in perfect health, maybe he just ate too much.
Well, yeah, but normally a dog doesn't collapse when it eats too much. I mean, he was,
okay.
Yeah, he was, he was, he was not a young dog. I mean, he wasn't a puppy, but I mean, he had some good years ahead of him.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So anyway, this is the tragedy that has.
And the cakes were intended for Elspeth's guests at the tea party. Who was she seeing at the tea party?
Well, these were just friends that normally go fox hunting with her. No one, just friends of, her mom's friends mainly.
And who did she?
There was a young girl that she was friendly with that was part of the fox hunting party. But earlier that day, these weren't cakes that were made in the home. They had been delivered to her. They had been delivered to her mansion actually earlier in the day, as usual, because her mom had a specific bakery that she used. They're very wealthy people, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just the same ritual. Every time they had a fox hunt, the mom would have certain foods and the pastry delivered, and cake. And that's what happened. And all Elspeth did was set the cakes out onto the round silver platter for her guests. So, like I said, explaining what happened that day. What made her suspect that, what she does suspect, put it this way, is that Albert had been poisoned because of his sudden collapse like that. And also the fact that, so he had like a little bit of like the frosting and like foam. It looked like he was foaming a little bit at the mouth there, and the frosting on the cakes there. So she bent down, just to listen for his breathing, his vital signs, and she smelled something very odd. It was like a strong kind of like acrid, strong smell, and she couldn't quite identify what it was. So, she's very overcome with her dog's, suffering and collapse. And of course, Mrs. B is standing there going, oh, like that, very upset. And she reaches down and she says, it's okay, Albert, it's okay. I'm going to get you to the vet, don't worry. She picks Albert up, brings him back to the house, lays him down on the couch, and her friends and, of course, Mrs. B is right there behind her, lays him on the couch, and he's already passed on at that point.
Okay.
She knows there's nothing that she can do. So that pretty much will bring you up to speed on what happened to Alp that day.
Okay. So
she always suspected that Alp, something in the tea cakes, possibly Albert had been poisoned that day. So what happened was, later that day, they had set Albert's body. What they had done is, her mother had become very upset because she was also deeply attached to Albert, that it actually had been her mom's dog. So they took Albert's body and they wrapped it up and they put it in a little box and they set it aside in the entryway. And they had called the veterinarian because they had wished to have him examined to see, if anything in his stomach, kind of like an autopsy, like what could have, the reason for him to have passed on. They weren't just going to, bury him or whatever. So they had set the dog in the entryway, and they were waiting for the vet to arrive, and Elspeth had gone upstairs to comfort Mrs. B, and when they came back downstairs, Albert was gone. Gone. He was just completely gone. The little box they sent him in, everything, like he never existed. He had just disappeared.
Wow, that's weird.
And yeah, it was horrifying because the vet arrived. Elspeth showed the veterinarian where she had set Albert, and she explained about the death and the tea cakes, and how they had just started on the fox hunt, how he was trampled, how he had suddenly collapsed, and then, according to the two people behind Albert, he had just collapsed, running perfectly fine. He was trotting along, and boom, he was just down. So she explained all that to the vet, and then she explained that she didn't know what to do with Albert's body, so she wanted to get it away from Mrs. B so Mrs. B wouldn't be upset. So she set it in a little box right near the door, waiting for the vet to come in. It's gone. So
yeah.
They, years later, still don't understand where Albert went, what happened to his body, and what happened that day. And of course, they're still grieving over that. And like I explained, it is related to the cake.
Okay.
To a cake, to a tea cake. That is why they visit Madame Pavlova.
Okay. So what is
also there for a cake.
Right. So what does Elspeth ask Madame Pavlova?
Well, she asked Madame Pavlova, she says, Madame Pavlova, we really need to know what happened to Albert. Can you please talk to him and have him tell us what happened that day? Where was he taken? What was in the tea cakes? Anything? Is there anything that he can tell us? We really need to know. Mrs. B needs to know. We really need to understand what happened to him. Why he was taken from us. She's crying, and Mrs. B looks so sad. Mrs. B is, because Mrs. B doesn't talk. I mean, she's a dog, right?
Right.
So Madame Pavlova, she's still concentrating. She's staring at that candle. And then she says, Albert, your loved ones are here. They need to know. How did you die? What happened to you? Please tell us. They need to know. They are so sad. They need to know what happened, Albert. And then the candle flickers a little bit, and it feels as though there's like a slight change in the air in the room. There's like almost like a fluttering, like a breeze. Now the windows are closed, but it feels like a slight wind, like a breeze goes through in the candle. The flame flickers, and then Madame Pavlova says, Albert, what is wrong with you, darling? What has happened to you? Please speak to me. Oh, we need to know. They are suffering. They need to know what happened. Oh. And again, she stares into the candlelight like she is in a trance. And they all stare. Even Seymour is staring into the candle. He thinks something is happening. He's not quite sure what's going on, but he's drawn into this. It's almost like a story is being told here. And he wants to know, what the ending is, even though he doesn't believe
Right.
for one moment she has any psychic ability, because he's Seymour Schloss. He's a candidate for a PhD in chemistry, and he's a scientist and very skeptical that she's actually talking to the spirit of a dead canine, But of course, Elspeth and Miss B believe, and they have faith that the spirit that they sent in the room is actually Albert. So, with that in mind, suddenly, Madame Pavlova says, I see Albert. I see where he is. And then she reaches over. She leans forward, and it looked like she's lost consciousness for a moment. Elspeth goes, Madame Pavlova, are you okay? Please. And shakes her, and Madame Pavlova comes to. She's so strange. I see a man. Fat man. As a big man. Oh, Madame Pavlova, what do you see? Tell me. What is he doing to Albert? Is he hurting Albert? What is happening? Well, Elspeth. Wait, I am being led into a room. It is a small room. As is a man. A big man, a fat man. I see a dog. A little small. It is a small dog. The heart. He said, a captain's heart. It is a heart. A captain. And the room is small. I feel so. I am scared. Elspeth, I am scared. I must leave this. I must leave the dog. I must go. I am frightened. Okay, now, Madame Pavlova is leaning over. It's almost like she's lost consciousness, and they're all staring at her. And she comes to again, and she stares at them. She stares at Seymour. She looks at Mrs. B. She looks at Elspeth. She says, no more. I say no more. I see a man. I see the captain. I see the little dog, and I see the cake. I see a cake. I see the small cake. That is it. I see no more. That is all I can. That is it. That is all I can see. I am
Madame
sorry.
Pavlova,
That is all I can do.
can you see what the ingredients in the cake are?
Seymour.
Yeah.
There's something, the captain. There's something about this man in the room.
Could it be Captain Josh?
I see a room. I see a small room, and okay, we have lost the contact with the man. Hold the hands again.
Okay.
I see the man again. The room. The man, he bends over. And there is a dog. The dog is not Albert. He sees the paper, and he sees the bug. Sees a bug, and he sees the paper, and he bends over. And the dog, I hear the dog. I hear the dog crying, and the man bent over. The man that is captain. And he sees the dog, the dog. The bug, the dog, the bug. The dog bites the man. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. The man becomes angry. Oh, he picks up the knife. Oh, no more. I cannot look no more, Elspeth. Please, please, no more. No more, please. I can do no more today. I am sorry. There is no more I can do.
You can't even contact Madame So Fugly?
I see no more, and the hour is up. There is no more today. You must come back. Elspeth, you must come back.
Right.
Come back. You call me next week, and I see if I can contact the Albert again. But the cake, something bad upon this cake.
Okay,
You
let's
hear
go.
me? There is something so frightening today about the cake.
Alright, let's go. Thank you. Bye, Madame Pavlova. Alright, so I guess we'll leave and go back to the diner.
Madame Pavlova is done with her seance.
Mm-hmm.
Elspeth has no idea why that Madame Pavlova sees a captain, another dog that isn't Albert, and a cake. And also, why is Madame Pavlova so terrified? Well, the knife, obviously, but there was something very strange about that, and she does not know what room she was in. So
Indeed, so it could be anything, anywhere.
it could be, and we didn't have time to really ask Madame Pavlova any questions. And
I mean, it could have been anything. She could have been remembering an episode of, like, you know, SVU she saw. You know,
an episode of what?
Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Oh, really? Okay. I never watched that show. Yeah, so that could have been it. It could have been, something to do with the recent characters in Diner.
Could be.
You did mention the word captain.
Yeah, but there's more than one person in the world whose name is Captain.
Yeah, well...
I'm gonna say to Elspeth. Elspeth, what do you think happened?
Oh, Seymour, I know you have a friend, the Captain Josh, that... You have a friend named Captain Josh that is,
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but Elspeth, like... Just because his name is the Captain does not mean he's the captain that Madame Pavlova saw.
Right. Well, I think that the captain can only be the Captain Josh. That's what I think.
Why do you think that?
Because she can only sense what is in the person's mind when they're in the room.
But what if the killer is not in your mind?
She can only contact who you were visualizing, and at that time, I think that you might have thought of your friend, Captain Josh.
Well, in that case, the person she's thinking of might well not be the killer at all. Maybe she just, like, you know, picked a random person that one of us was thinking of, for all you know.
I don't think so, because, Seymour, you were in the room when we had the seance.
Right.
And she asked us to draw into our head, who do we want to contact?
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, sometimes if you're not concentrating, you can think of other people and other things. You know?
Right.
So I think that Captain Josh could be involved. And I don't know how.
Okay, or it could mean nothing.
There's a dog. There's a knife.
I mean, all of this assumes that Madame Pavlova is a real psychic. She could just...
She saw a bug.
Or she made up a bug.
She saw a fat man bending over.
Or she made up a fat man bending over.
It is not Captain Josh, a fat man. I've seen him. He's a fat very fat man.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of fat men on the earth that it could be.
Okay, well, I think we have to focus on the fact that we're trying to find a recipe for a cake. And I think what happened is you are sitting there at the seance and you're trying to solve the mystery of a cake. And Elspeth and Mrs. B are trying to solve the mystery of a death of a dog that she thinks is related to a cake. Now, what if these two mysteries are combined in one mystery? That is what Elspeth is thinking.
My gosh.
That is what she's thinking. Because she is a very clever British girl.
I see.
Now, if Madame Pavlova is really a psychic, she can draw everything, all the energy from our minds, and she unwittingly is solving another mystery at the same time. What do you think, Seymour?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Okay.
she's probably making the whole thing up.
I know that, but we are playing a PCG right now, and we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
We can have psychics that have real psychic abilities.
Yeah, you could, but see,
Yeah.
you told me to play that my character Seymour does not believe in psychics, so I'm acting as Seymour would act.
Alright, well, you're acting Seymour who is skeptical, okay?
Yes.
So, we have a skeptical Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very illiterate to say skeptical Seymour. So, we have a skeptical Seymour, and we have a sad and grieving Elspeth, and a sad and grieving Mrs. B. And all three of them want to solve a mystery involving a cake. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have a psychic named Madame Pavlova who doesn't really know anything about this cake, the diner cake, but is sensing the spirit of Alfred. But she's getting images that she doesn't understand, that don't seem to have anything to do with Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we have to figure out.
Right.
To be the helpful PCG helper here. So,
Okay.
what you can do, I guess, is try to figure it out. I can tell you what I would do.
Don't tell me
I
that.
can't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Let's go back to the diner, I guess.
Yeah. What you have to do is follow up on what she told you.
Right.
She was having that seance.
So right now I'm going back to the diner. So I'm driving to the diner.
You're driving back to the diner, and you have who with you?
I guess I still have Elspeth with me and Mrs. B, because they're still in the car.
Sure.
Oh, no, you know what? Let's stop by Captain Josh's house first, because why not?
Yeah, right now we'll stop by, because he's always so pleasant, and
Yeah.
he just, sexually molested your ex-girlfriend, and
Yeah, apparently.
that was a pleasant visit.
I'll knock on the door.
Okay, knocking on, well, actually he doesn't have a door.
Right, his window. I'm knocking on his window.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Are you knocking? I don't hear any knocking. Okay. They made me laugh. Okay, so, as usual, we wait for his fat little face to appear at the window, so he can see who his visitors are. That's the only way he can, check and see who his visitors are. Okay, yep, he's there. He speaks to them. Oh! Who is there? Okay, he says, dude, go away. Dude.
Well, yo.
No.
Wait, what's going on?
Dude, no.
Why?
No more.
What do you mean no more? What's the problem?
Dude, leave me alone, dude.
Captain
And
Josh,
he walks
what?
away. Walks back, walks away.
Alright, I'm gonna go in the door anyway.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. It's locked.
No.
Are you a ghost? I mean, how are you going to get into a locked bulkhead door?
I guess I can't.
He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk to you.
Alright, I'll look in the window.
What do you think you're gonna see? Am I supposed to tell you?
What do you mean, what do you think? I don't know what I'm gonna see, that's why I'm looking.
Well, I don't know why you're looking. I mean, okay, so wait. So you're looking in the window and you see a fat, obese man, young man,
Right.
laying on a lazy boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he has food. He's got like chips and soda and all this stuff that he eats. And he's just laying there and he's got the remote control. And he's staring at the big flat screen TV. And that's what you see. And he's got his little iPhone propped up near him. iPhone propped up near him. Seymour.
Okay. What's he watching on TV?
He's watching an episode of Law and Order.
Ah. Nice. Like the original Law and Order or Law and Order SVU?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him because me as the narrator of the PCG has no idea because I don't watch that show.
Okay.
I'm just the narrator, folks.
Alright. But
Okay.
you are the one who would know, though, because, like, you're God in this world, so, you know, just saying.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about Law and Order, and I had just thought that he's watching Law and Order, but I can't fake it now.
Okay.
God. But God can't fake what God doesn't know, Seymour.
If God doesn't know it, then it doesn't exist.
Well, then Law and Order doesn't exist in Captain Josh's world because...
Well, then what's he
I
watching?
can't describe it then. What? He wouldn't open the fucking door, so why are you looking in the window? And I just mentioned
that's...
he had an iPhone.
Alright, so he's watching Law and Order. What is on his iPhone?
What is he watching on his iPhone? Well, he's not watching his iPhone. He's watching an episode of something that isn't Law and Order because me as the narrator doesn't know what Law and Order is.
Right, but can I see?
I've never watched it.
Can I see anything on the iPhone screen?
Yeah. From like roughly 50 feet away, you can see the little tiny numbers on his iPhone pad there.
Sweet. I have good eyesight then.
That he's talking to and texting.
Yeah, who's he talking to?
Probably. He's got women on his iPhone that he texts.
Okay.
But we don't need to know that. We don't need to know anything about his sordid life, do we, Seymour?
I mean, I would like to if I can see.
Do you have like a hammer to break the window? I mean, he doesn't want to let you in. What?
So you're saying I can't see it from here?
Well, you want to know, correct me if I'm wrong, you want to know what's on his iPhone?
Yeah, what's on the screen?
You want to see what numbers are on there, or do you want to see what he's doing on his iPhone?
Whatever I can see from here.
There is a phone propped up near him, which he's ignoring. He's not doing anything with the phone. He's just, staring at the...
And I can't see anything on the screen from here, right?
You can't see anything on the screen from there. You think you can. You think you can make something out, but it doesn't look like you're able to from that distance. And he told you to go away.
Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back to the diner.
He does have a phone, though.
Well, if he doesn't want to talk to me, I'll just go to the diner.
Alright, okay. So, we're gonna be back in the diner. And we're all gonna sit down and order cake, right?
No, I'm not hungry.
Not hungry, okay. So we're all just gonna sit there and take up space and not order anything. And Alice gonna say, well, you guys are coming around and you're not gonna order anything?
Fine, I'll order some cake.
Okay.
I would like some chocolate layer cake.
Cake left. Just a plain vanilla layer cake. So everyone's gonna have a piece of cake. Mrs. B is gonna have a piece of cake. Elspeth's gonna have a piece of cake, and Seymour's gonna have a piece of cake, right?
Sure. You don't have any chocolate layer cake?
Is that what you want, Seymour?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll check and see if we have any.
Okay.
Chocolate layer cake. Okay. The waitress comes over. Sally comes over, and Sally really likes Seymour, so Sally's like, oh, Seymour, I'm so happy to see you, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, how you doing, Sally?
Man, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I missed you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how are you doing in school, blah, blah, blah. What are you gonna,
doing good in school, hanging out. I'm, doing stuff. Do you know Elspeth, of course?
Oh, yes, I know Elspeth. Of course, she's here every single day. You're all playing diner.
Yep. And we were just at a psychic, which I don't believe in, but we went there anyway. And
oh yes, the famous Madame Pavlova.
Yeah.
Our dear Elspeth has to visit every time her dog looks sad. Poor Mrs. D.
And you believe in that stuff, Sally?
Do I believe in that stuff? Well, I wish, Seymour, I wish I could bring back my dear departed husband, but he's gone. And
What's his name?
He's in the ground. No, I don't believe any of it. It's all hooey.
Yeah.
It's all hooey.
Yeah.
It's just money, money, money. That's what the psychics are all about. How much money they can milk you out of. How much they can get you to believe.
You're telling me.
Can I get you anything besides the cake?
Guess a glass of water, please.
Something? Oh, water. Okay.
Yeah.
Right back for that water.
All right.
Okay,
while
Sally goes to get water.
All right. While she's going to get that, I'm gonna look around and see who else is in the diner.
Okay. Ah, guess who's in the diner?
Who?
Barry.
Barry.
Barry. Long German name I can't pronounce.
Barry, hassen Sie Gott, das nicht existiert.
But they call him Barry Godhate.
Okay.
Because, now they call him Barry Godhate because he hates God. Well, that's, the simple explanation. But every single conversation revolves around the fact that God does not exist. And every conversation that he initiates involves the fact that he is an atheist and he does not believe in God. So if you want to start a conversation with him, you're welcome to, but you know what that conversation's going to be about, right?
Yep. All right.
Barry Godhate.
I'll go over to him. Hey, Barry, how's it hanging?
Hold on, Seymour, hold on. Why would you want to waste your time when you could win a $25 gift certificate to Dunkin' Donuts?
Is Barry saying that?
What?
Is Barry saying that?
No, it's a narrator.
Alright, well then I'll ignore it and I'll talk to Barry. How's it going, Barry?
No, the narrator gets to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember how the PCD maker is God? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God wants to tell you that Barry Godhate might have nothing to do with this whole diner PCD at all. Just might be an amusing little side character for the creator.
Alright, duly noted. Hey, Barry.
Oh, Seymour, how you doing? What's happening?
Not much. I'm just, I was just going...
Yeah, have some cake. One piece of my cake.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
You like top cake out? Dig it in. He's like, yeah.
Actually, I have my own. It's alright.
Hands, Seymour, fork, and he's eating the side of the cake, the side that's got most of the frosting on it. Oh, Seymour loves frosting. So, Seymour,
yeah,
you're talking to a character that probably has nothing to do with anything to do with the cake. And
yeah. So,
what are you gonna ask this?
Barry, what are you doing here at the diner?
Come to visit my special lady, Sally.
Oh.
Sally, yeah.
How's that? Did you ask her out yet?
Not yet. She doesn't know. She doesn't know I like her. Don't let on, Seymour.
Well, when you're gonna ask her, you gotta build up your nerve, man.
I don't know, Seymour. I don't know. I think my better days are behind me here. I don't know what I'm doing. Sitting at a diner.
Well, you never know until you try.
Looking at this woman's ass every day.
Right.
You know she's an atheist, Seymour?
I did not know that.
Today. I didn't know. I mean, you never know. You never know till you talk to someone. You initiate a conversation, right? find things out.
That's true.
I heard her talking today, so I'm like, we gotta have some potential here. There's definitely some potential here.
I'm gonna call Sally over. Hey, Sally.
Oh, Seymour, how can I help you? Do you need a napkin? Would you like a nap? Would you like some coffee?
No, Sally, I'm good. Thank you, Sally.
Seymour?
Sally, I was just wondering. I heard some rumors that like you don't believe in God. I was just wondering if that's true. I'm curious.
I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, Seymour. I prayed for years. I prayed my husband would stop drinking. I prayed my daughter would be cured from her lupus.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
It's a very serious disease, yeah. I prayed and prayed. God did not answer my prayers. God doesn't answer prayers, Seymour. There is no God. There's no God. No God.
So
but
you
I
don't...
can't talk about this. No, shh. Al says no. We don't talk about this in the diner. Al is very religious. very, very religious, and he doesn't want me to talk about it. But there is no God.
I will keep it on the down low. But you know who else thinks the same way you do? Barry over here.
Yeah. I say it every day. I tell everyone I meet, there is no God. There's no God. These people are delusional. There is no God. What do they walk around and they pray in their heads and they go to the churches and they pray? And who are they praying to? Tell me. Who is this God in the sky? What is this answer man? This
is Barry talking?
Easter Bunny. Yeah. This Easter Bunny. This Santa Claus in the sky. Who is this man? Who is he?
And how is Sally reacting to this?
She's like nodding her head. She's like, nobody wants to listen to us, Seymour, because you know why? Because they want to believe in a happy ending. They want all their wishes to come true. They want to see their loved ones after they die. Like, I will never see my husband again. I know that. I'll never see him again. And Barry knows he will never see his wife again. We know these things. But these
it's all very
walk
sad.
around in the delusion.
So you guys have something in common, don't you?
I'm too old for that. I'm no more romances for Sally. I can't do it anymore. Barry,
Romance? Who said anything about romance?
I can't do it anymore. So what do you mean, Seymour? What are you talking about?
I was just saying.
What do we have in common? Besides, we all love cake. We're at the diner. We love cake.
We all love cake. So, while those two talk...
The fat man, he comes to the diner, he loves cake.
What fat man?
The fat man? The one that sprays the roaches?
Oh, Captain Josh.
Ah. He loves the cake. The cake's gone when he leaves.
Aha.
When he comes, there's a cake. When he leaves, there's no cake.
Very interesting.
So I see him again. He owed me for cake.
Okay. So...
I get out next time. He comes here, he sprays the roaches. He sprays roaches and he takes the cake. And he leaves. There are more roaches when he leaves than after he sprays. Crazy.
Cool.
Crazy.
Thanks, Sally.
Crazy.
Listen, I'll be right back. I just have to check in with Elspeth real fast, see how she's doing. Okay, I'm gonna go over to back to my table, and I am going to say hello to Elspeth. How are you doing, Elspeth?
Seymour, I feel so sad. Mrs. Elspeth. Oh, she's so sad because she won't eat her cake. I can't eat my cake. I don't know what Madame Blower is seeing this time. This is not Albert.
I mean, if you don't want to eat the cake, I can eat it for you.
Eat the cake, Seymour. Eat the cake.
Okay, is it also okay if I bring it to other people?
The cake?
Yeah, who might want it.
Sure.
Sweet, thanks. All right, I'm gonna say, listen, Elspeth, I'm going to take off for a bit. I will meet up with you later, okay?
Sure, Seymour. We're just sitting here crying because of Albert, and we don't understand what happened at the Seance, but go ahead, leave.
Okay, I'm gonna leave, and I have...
Is it Giggly? Is it Giggly again?
No.
Is she calling you? Can I see your phone, Seymour?
No, that's ridiculous.
Yes, I want to see your phone.
Oh my gosh.
I want to see your phone right now. Okay, she's getting mad now. She wants to see the phone. I think this is it for you, Seymour. I think she's about to break up with you. Are you going to give her the phone, yes or no?
No.
Okay, alright. Elspeth. Okay, Seymour. That's it. I can't
Elspeth, it's
I feel like every time you leave, you're calling that girl.
Okay, but I'm not, and you're...
I don't believe it. We went to a seance, and I heard Madame Pavlova say there was a man with a nice head, and he was a captain, and he had a knife, and there was a dog, and it wasn't Albert. Something very strange is going on, and that girl is involved. That girl you're seeing that girl behind my back.
I'm not seeing anybody behind your back, Elspeth.
No, I don't believe you. I am breaking up with you, Seymour.
Okay, but you're doing it for bad reasons.
We are over as of right now.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Alright.
I had time to think about it. I can't have you leaving every time we're upset. And look at Mrs. B. Look how upset she is.
Elspeth, I am trying to solve a mystery right now. I just think that you're being unreasonable. Like, you're gonna be so suspicious.
Show me your phone, Seymour. I want to see who you're talking to.
I'm not talking to anybody.
I don't believe you.
Fine, don't believe me then. That's not my problem.
Show me your phone. I want to see your phone.
No.
Show me your phone.
No, thanks.
Show me your phone.
I'm good.
Show me your phone.
No.
Show me your phone.
No.
That's it. I am done with you.
Okay.
Mrs. B is done with you. Don't try to come see Mrs. B. Don't try to see me again. Do not call me. Delete my number right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna though.
Take it out of your phone right now.
I'm not gonna though. Alright. I will see you later. I have to go with the cake.
No later, Seymour. I don't care about the cake. I don't care about anything except my heart. For your dog, Albert. And I don't know why Madame Pavlova saw another dog and a knife and a captain. Your friend, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie to me. I know
allegedly.
he murdered someone. I know he is a sick man and he murdered someone. Go away, Seymour.
Okay.
Leave me alone. You'll never be a scientist.
Alrighty.
Tears.
Alright, I better leave. I'm gonna go with the cake, and I'm gonna go.
Broke up with you.
Yep.
I'm the narrator. I'm the creator of the piece of jeans. She's done with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna drive to Josh's house.
Sure on that.
What?
I'm pretty sure she's done. And she broke up with you, didn't she?
Yep. That seems to be the case. So I'm driving to Josh's house.
Can I analyze this before we move on?
No.
To analyze what?
No.
Of course I want to analyze. Well, look, this I'm going to analyze it anyway. Now, the poor girl, she just had a seance. She just had a seance with Madame Pavlova. She doesn't know what was going on with the seance. No idea, because she was trying to talk to Albert, her dead dog. Instead, Madame Pavlova was bringing up images from no idea what. So she gets back to the diner, and you immediately abandon her to go talk to Gary, Godhate, and Ellie. And it almost seems like Sally's flirting with you, standing, away from.
Well, that's not my fault.
You've deserted her again. She's all alone in the booth, and you walk over to Barry, and then you're talking to Sally, and you come back, and she's all upset because they thought they were going to talk to Albert at the seance. You're not even noticing what's going on with her, and now you already want to jump in the car, and it probably involves Giggly, and you say you're going to go talk to Captain Doss, and she's just fed up.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. That's
seems fair.
Analysis. So she broke up with you. It's fair.
Yep.
It's fair. Well, I'm the god in the PC universe, and it's fair. It's
Indeed.
Okay.
So I am driving over to Josh's house.
Yeah. left Josh's house and he told you to go away. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Then you went back to the diner again. Okay.
So I'm gonna go knock on the window.
Yeah.
Does he answer?
Well, he doesn't hear you knocking because you're not knocking. Alright, same ritual. He's laying on the lazy boy. He hears a knock. He gets up, goes over to the little window next to the door. He looks out.
And I will hold the cake in front of me so he can see it.
Oh, you have the cake. You have a piece of cake.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
Dude. Alright, Captain. Okay, so he's like, dude, cake, dude. Okay, so he goes to the door. Bulkhead door.
Mm-hmm.
Down the step. Opens the door, and he lets you in.
Alright, I'll come inside.
You're all alone. You don't have Elspeth. You don't have Mr. Big. You don't have Giggly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Captain Josh, how's it going?
Dude, this is heavy, dude. Cake, dude.
Yeah. Here.
Right, reaches for the cake. That for me, dude. That cake's for me, dude. Right?
It is, but I have some questions first. If you answer satisfactorily, you will be rewarded with the cake.
Dude, no, dude, no. Cruel. What do you need to know, dude? Lay it on me.
Okay, first of all, what are you doing that's so private that you didn't want me to show up earlier?
Dude, life's sad for me now. There's nobody, dude. This is me.
So you're just depressed?
Me and my spray in the van. That's all I got, dude.
Alright.
Chemicals.
Secondly,
Dude.
Did you happen to have murdered Elspeth's dog by any chance?
Dude, Elspeth, what, your girl? I murdered your girl's
Yeah,
No.
She had a little black dog, his name was Albert. Did you kill him?
Albert?
Yeah.
Dude, Albert?
Yeah.
What kind of name is Albert? I don't know. Dude, I don't know nothing about no dog, no crazy girl. Elspeth? What the fuck kind of name is Elspeth? Elspeth?
Yeah, that's my girl right now.
Oh yeah, that's your girlfriend. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, didn't mean to say that. But no, I don't murder no animals, just roaches. Just roaches.
Okay.
Here's the cake. Can I have the cake, dude?
A few more questions. Did you at any point in your entire life stand over any small dog holding a knife?
Dude, are you tripping, dude? Knife? Dog? No way, dude. I would never, ever hurt an animal with a knife.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Wasn't me, dude. No idea.
Alright,
Dude, cake.
Alright, one more question. Do you know the secret ingredient of the diner's famous cake?
Dude, cake.
You answer this question, and if you know the ingredient and you tell me, you get the cake.
Dude, I gotta tell you, one night I'm at the diner, dude, and I bend over and I got my spray. I'm spraying in the cabinet, and I see a little piece of paper, right? I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? What the hell is going here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like an old little piece of paper. So I go and pick it up.
Yeah.
And I see there's some writing on it. It looks fucking fucked up, man, dude. It's like some weird fucking language I don't understand. So I'm like, the hell is this? So I take this piece of paper. And there's a picture of a cake on it. I'm like, what the hell am I keeping this for? Why would I want to keep this? But something made me keep this paper, and I stuffed it in my pocket, and I don't think anything about it. And then, dude, you come out of my house, and you talk about cake, and then you come over, you're bringing me cake, and I'm like, dude, I remember this cake.
Do you still have the paper?
Oh, dude, I don't remember. my pocket. I'm like, dude, this could be something. This could be serious. This could be magic. It looks like it's some language. I don't know what the hell it is.
Show me.
And then this cake. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what I did with it. I stuffed it in my pocket.
Empty your pockets
I go
now.
to the laundromat. I take all my clothes because my mom won't wash my clothes anymore, dude. You know that. You know she won't wash fucking clothes.
So those pants are at the laundromat. You know that for sure.
And I gotta take all my work pants, all my shirts.
All of them are at the laundromat.
Stuff them in that big, giant front loader. You know that one that takes 60 pounds?
Yeah.
Dude, that was the night. I stuck that little piece of paper in that washing machine. Dude, I never saw that thing again. And I knew something. Fucking that language, it was like magic, like, you know what, dude, you know when we play magic?
Yeah.
Dude, the names, it was like, it wasn't English, dude, it was something really weird. So, dude,
Damn.
I forgot, I went to the laundromat, stuffed it in that 60-pound washing machine. Don't know what happened to that. Dude, what do you think that means? What do you think? Something to do with a cake, dude? I don't know. It was a cake.
Hard to see, but I think you have answered my question satisfactorily, so you will be awarded this piece of cake.
Dude, give me the cake, dude.
I give him the cake.
Alright, Captain Joss is eating the cake. Now what?
Alright, I'll say,
I'm a 300-pound man eating a piece of cake.
I'll say thank you, Captain. I'll...
Anytime, see more. Dude, washing machine.
Hell yeah, dude.
Pants.
Alright.
Water, dude. That's all I know, dude. Cake.
Thanks, man. Alright, I'll leave, and, it's been over an hour, so I guess that seems like a good time to stop, as any. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching. This has been an episode of Let's Play a Paper Computer Game. Today we were playing Diner by Paula, her very first paper computer game. Tune in next episode, same Zach time, same Zach channel, and maybe we'll find out what's in that laundromat. See you next time.